Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the Truther community. This is Chris, and this is bar none 11970, the home of the free thinker. And I am so glad that you guys and gals out there are willing to come back each and every time to listen to what I have to say. And this one, I didn't think I was going to be making any more videos today, but when I was watching a Trump speech today that he was doing in Pennsylvania, when I heard what he just said, I had to share this with people. And of course, due to fair use, I can only show a little bit, but I only need to show a little bit for you to hear this. Now, people like myself and others who have these kind of channels, we get a lot of abuse, we got a lot of insults, we get a lot of attacks over the years, and people like myself and many, many others have been talking about the corruption in politics and how the mainstream media is bought and paid for, and many more people are starting to see this. But for a long time, we get insulted, we got attacked, we got, ignored. And of any politician in my 45 plus years of life, have I ever experienced a person that has called out the mainstream media like Donald Trump has? So I am going to give him, whether he can solve the problem or not is irrelevant, because like I said, one person can't change the corruption. But if he's doing anything positive, it's awakening the sleeping masses of the corruption that is our media. And I want to play a clip from an earlier part of the live show where Donald Trump himself points out the mainstream media, their hypocrisy, and calls them the most dishonest people, human beings ever. So I want to play this, and of course, a fair use, I can only show a little bit of it, but I want you to listen to this, what he says, because it's just amazing to me. And I want people to share this with the people that don't know much about politics, who think that the media is worth listening to. Now, obviously, those of us in the quote-unquote know, we know about this stuff. So this isn't for us. This is for the people that think the mainstream media can do no wrong. And I want you to hear it from his voice and then go from there. So let me make sure the volume is all the way up while I do this. I want to make sure you can hear it. So it'll be a couple of seconds, but listen to what he has to say.
So I can name all of them. So one of these characters back here, look at all of them. For a group of people that said, why are you campaigning? Boy, do we have a lot of people back there. You know what? For a group of people that asked me this morning, sir, this isn't traditional that you would be out on the stump. Why are you campaigning? Man, a hell of a lot of people showed up for this, didn't they? Look at them. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Isn't it unbelievable? By the way, I have to tell you, they are the most dishonest human beings you'll ever meet. I really mean it. The most dishonest human beings you will ever meet.
All right, I'm going to leave it there because, like I said, with fair use, I can only show a sample. I will post the link to the channel where I got this video from. So if you want to subscribe to them or if you want to watch more of the clip, I highly recommend you do. But to me, this is such a beautiful thing. The reason being is, like I said, there are so many different ways that you could go on YouTube and become famous, become popular, have all the girls want you, have all the kids want to be you, make millions of dollars, have millions of fans. And people like me and many others choose to take what is not popular, what is not going to make us wealthy, which is going to bring us attacks, violence come our way. I've had my life threatened on several occasions. One of them made an email about 3 months ago saying there was a hit out on me, and if I didn't pay, it was either $8,000 or $10,000. They were going to come murder me because I speak my mind. We get so much abuse and we get so ignored. And when I hear statements like that from a person that is, in my opinion, going to end up being the next president, I hope so. I don't know what he can do to change anything because, like I said, and I'll keep saying it's a corrupt system. But for somebody to actually call out the mainstream media for what they really are, that's going to send a clear message out there that we're not crazy. Yes, we might talk about things that sound crazy, because in a perfect world, you want to wish that, the people that you watch on the television are not literally trying to program you, that they're just giving you truthful information. But they read cue cards, they have other people write the scripts, they don't ask any questions that go against what their agenda is all about. And people need to see this. People need to recognize the lies. Because if you can control the outlet, like the schools, like the media, where you get most of your information from either school or television or radio or newspaper, if you can control that outlet, you can control the truth. And if I can applaud him for anything, I will applaud the fact that he justified what me and many other people do. We take so much abuse from people, some complete strangers who don't know us other than what they see in a few seconds of a video that they don't even bother to watch. And I am very proud to show that video. And again, in my 45 plus years, and I've researched and followed a lot of the politics, because before I started getting to all this quote unquote crazy stuff, I was a believer that Obama was going to change the world. And I thought maybe this was a different time, because, wow, an African-American president, how amazing is that? Maybe we've finally turned and we're going to do something. And it's getting worse and worse. So I humbly ask any of you that care, because people are asking me all the time, what do we do? What do we do? What can we do? Well, the first thing we got to do is spread the information like they spread their dishonest information. We have to spread the truth. We have to make people see this stuff. We have to educate people, but in the right way, giving them the option, knowing that it's okay to question things, that just because they mention this is the way something happens does not mean that it is accurate or truthful, that we can't just take people's words for it when our livelihoods and our futures and our children's futures are at stake. So obviously Donald Trump is never going to hear this message, and that's perfectly fine. But I want to thank him, if for anything, justifying what a lot of us go through. And I want more and more of you to get up and have your voices heard. Like they say, I'm going to cry out the window and say, I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore. Well, that's the first step. If we keep allowing people to be brainwashed, because if you notice on the Democratic side, and like I said, they're both corrupt. Please don't misunderstand that. It's both a corrupt system. But I love the fact that he's not your typical politician. But until we call them on their BS, until we stop showing up for these unfair rallies and where they try and manipulate things, if you see a newscast, don't be afraid to speak your mind. I don't want violence. I don't want people hurting each other. We can do this peacefully if we do it the right way. And the first step is to wake up the sleeping people, the people that choose to be willfully ignorant. Because eventually, if you put enough facts in front of them, they will start paying attention. I can guarantee you there are plenty of people out there that thought they would give up on somebody, and eventually they start seeing the things that you were speaking about. And they are either getting so sloppy with it, or we're just getting too smart to see through their lies and their BS. Mainstream media has got to be gone. That's why I don't have cable TV. I don't watch mainstream media. And I got laughed at. I got ridiculed. I got attacked. I got called every name in the book. I've been threatened. It's just, we got to stand up. So I need your voices heard. I mean, it's not even about sharing my videos. If you don't want to share my videos, if you don't want to thumb them up, that's perfectly fine. Make your own channel. Speak up. Stop being afraid. Lose the fear. Spread this information. If you want to copy this video of mine and put it on your channel, that's perfectly fine. I don't care. This is about spreading the truth, spreading the message. So again, I want to thank Donald Trump for at least saying what no one else will say. What happens from there? I guess it depends on the people, because obviously, let's say he's legit. In a corrupt system, he's not going to be able to go far without us. We the people. Remember that, ladies and gentlemen. If you live in this country, the United States of America Corporation, it's we the people. Why did we forget that? Everybody says, well, what can we do? Well, what can we do? We could stand up. What can we do? No longer consent. What can we do? No longer be silent. What can we do? Lose the fear. What can we do? Anything but nothing. That's what we can do. So I've had the trolls always say things like, oh, what are you doing? What am I doing? I'm trying to spread the message. What are they doing besides coming here to bitch and moan, hiding behind their computers? What are they doing? They're the problem. They're the terrorist. It's time to stand up, ladies and gentlemen. If we do nothing, then nobody should complain. I obviously can't do it myself. You obviously can't do it to yourself. But together, we can do everything. And the first step has got to be a waking up these sleeping, willfully ignorant people who choose to have their eyes closed, their ears covered, and their mouths strapped tight. If you care, you will never give up. And that's why, yes, I stopped for a little while because I just couldn't handle it, because I do this on my own. And I get bombarded. And for a while there, I was getting bombarded by lots of people who their bravery is ganging up on somebody like me who's only trying to have his own point of view. There are no agendas here other than to wake people up and help themselves to have a better life. If I have any kind of agenda, it's that one. And I've had to deal with all of the crap that I've dealt with over the years, pretty much on a daily basis since 2011. And yet I'm still here. I've had several death threats. And like I said, I wish I would have saved the email that I got from this person. It must have taken this person 20 minutes to write this email saying there was a hit out for me, there was a contract out for me, and if I didn't pay them either $8,000 or $10,000, they were going to kill me. And there's nothing I could do about it. Well, you know what? I'm still here. So stop being afraid, lose the fear, spread the message, and do something about this. Otherwise, why the hell are we complaining? And for those of you that want to spend your energy and time insulting a person like me, well, you know what? You're definitely not an American. You're definitely not a patriot. You're definitely not a hero. You're a coward. You are somebody that does nothing but want to bring people down for your own personal amusement. Or maybe you're just so pathetic that you can't find a real job. You get paid to do it. It's got to be one of the two. Nobody stalks somebody for 5+ years and hides behind a computer nonstop unless they're either getting paid for it or there's something psychologically wrong with them. Those are the traitors. And we got to stop being afraid to stand up to bullies. So I applaud Donald Trump if he does nothing else, the fact that he called out the bullshit mainstream media, and they'll keep trying to silence him. And that's why I want to put this out. If a video's got to go viral, this one I would love to have go viral, because it's going to get the message out there, and maybe the people finally can see it. It's been there all along. And I'm proud to know that I believed in what I stood up for, despite that it was not popular, despite the attacks, despite the people ignoring me. I mean, I have 25,000 subscribers. My average view count is about 500. That's embarrassing if you think about it. I've had people think I paid for my subscribers. I wouldn't waste a dime on getting a fake subscriber. So I have 25,300 subscribers, and the average view count is not even 1% of my total subscribers. I obviously can't do it myself. So the very few, the 15 people that give a shit and are listening right now, I thank you so much. You got to do your part. You got to lose the fear. You don't have to show your face on camera. Make your voice heard. But spread this message. So I'm not going to make this video any longer, because I know the average attention span for most people out there is about 2 minutes. And I don't make fancy videos. I don't cut up things and do chop ups to make sure, oh, look at all the pretty designs and all the special effects. I want people that are smart. I want the people that use their brain and listen to the message and don't need pretty lights and colors. You notice that one of the most popular videos I've had this past 2 months has been the one that was 3 hours long of nothing but seeing a model in a bikini. That's the average problem that we're up against. It has almost 9,000 views in 2 weeks. And it has 10 minutes worth of content. That's what we're up against, ladies and gentlemen. And I am so proud of the people that come here to listen, and will actually listen to entire videos and actually care about the message. And they're not going to PewDiePie or some of these other places that have a whole bunch of retardation for us all to dumb us down so they can make plenty of money entertaining you, quote unquote. in all these quote unquote reality and reaction videos. They're great for distracting you, and it makes them plenty of money, and they all fight with each other because, you know what? There is no bad press. All it does is make them more money and get more loyalty, and people get hurt in between. And Sunbeam Sting says, we'll say, give a poop, and I will spread the message. Those are the people I want. So Sunbeam Sting, you've been a great subscriber ever since you followed here. You comment all the time. You seem like one of the people that care. And that's what we need. I don't want people here. Of the 25,000, 20,000 of them can go to hell if they're just here for drama, or they're just here and they can't listen to a long video because they need to be entertained and they need to be distracted, and their attention span is no more than 3 minutes. I don't care if I go down to 500 subscribers tomorrow. If there are 500 people that want to help change the world, those are the people that are the patriots. Those are the people that are the true ones. I don't get everything right. I know that. But I try my damnedest to be honest, full of my integrity, and I stand for what I believe in, even when everybody else says I'm crazy or wrong. If we had more people like that in this world wouldn't be the shit that it is now. And it's only not shit for the people who are wealthy, the people that are in power, the people that are telling you how to think, what to do, how to act. And eventually they're going to take away your rights every day. Look at all the rights that you used to have 10, 15, 20 years ago, and look at your rights now. People make you feel bad when you say Merry Christmas. People are worried about what person goes in what bathroom. You think I'm making a big deal out of it? This is only the beginning, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep our mouths shut and watch how good that helps us. Let's keep listening, because what else can we do? And then there will be the people that say, oh, Chris, all you do is bitch and moan, and all you do is talk about it. What do you do? I can't do it myself. And those idiots can never grasp that, because all they can do is make fake accounts to tell me the same stupid thing on a daily basis, because they're my bitch. Plain and simple. Because if they didn't need me, they wouldn't need to be here. If they don't like me, go away. But they can't, because they're obsessed. They either get paid or there's something psychologically wrong with them. Those are the people that are going to keep this country getting worse and worse. And eventually, some person out there is going to hurt someone that's going to cause a chain reaction, that's going to create revulsion, revolution, riots, and maybe destruction. So if you guys want to go down that path, by all means, go ahead. It ain't going to happen to me. And it ain't going to happen to the people that are prepared. You want to laugh and mock people like me? That's fine. People like Donald Trump are finally saying what we've been saying for years. Mainstream media is full of shit. They're controlled. They're bought and paid for. They read off cue cards. They're not doing anything for you. So if you're just tuning in now, you'll guess when I upload this, you'll have to rewind it to hear what Donald Trump said, because I showed it earlier. The people that are still listening right now are the ones that care. Scream out your window, I'm mad as hell and I don't want to take it anymore. You have a way to fight. You have your God-given right, and you choose to ignore it, and you wonder why things are getting bad. Evil thrives when good humans do nothing. I hope you'll do something. Thanks for listening, and have a great day.